Hi guys, my name is Chris Shaw and welcome back to Chris Shaw Bass Lessons. This is the 5th lesson in my 5 free beginner bass lessons. For more tips, tricks and lessons, you can find me on Facebook and on YouTube at Chris Shaw Bass Lessons. If you're looking to get private one-to-one bass lessons on Zoom, you can contact me via email at csbasslessons@gmail.com. In this lesson, we're going to be trying to bring together everything we've learned over the last 4 lessons. So this lesson is going to be focused on the 12-bar blues. We're going to be looking at understanding, writing and playing our own 12-bar bass boogies. So first of all, what is a 12-bar blues? Well, a 12-bar blues is a chord progression often found within blues music. It focuses around 3 main chords: the 1st, the 4th and the 5th. What that means is, for instance, if we take our major scale, in this case G major, we go 1 and that is G, so that first chord is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our 4th note in the G major scale is C, so we build our second chord off C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th note in our G major scale is D, so we build our 5th chord off of D. So what that means is we take our G major scale, for example, and we build chords off 1, 4 and 5. So 1 on the G major scale is G, and we take what we learned last lesson of building a major chord off of G, which is a major third followed by a minor third. So G, major third to B, and then minor third to D. So that gives us our G chord. Then we do the same from the 4th note in the G major scale. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th note in the G major scale is C, and then we build a chord from C. Once again, it's going to be a major third followed by a minor third. So C, E and G. For the 5th chord, we do exactly the same, but we go up to the 5th chord instead of the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th chord or 5th note in the G major scale is D. So we go D, F sharp and A. Once again, that's a major third followed by a minor third. Next, we need to look at the construction of a 12-bar blues chord progression. The 12-bar blues chord progression is fairly simple. It goes like this. You have chord 1 for 4 bars. So in our case, that would be G major for 4 bars. Then you have chord 4 for 2 bars. In our case, that's C major for 2 bars. Then you have chord 1 again for 2 bars. So G major for 2 bars. Then you have chord 5 for 1 bar, D major. Then you have chord 4 for 1 bar, C major, and then back to chord 1 for 2 bars to finish. So that's chord 1 for 4 bars, chord 4 for 2 bars, chord 1 for 2 bars, chord 5 for 1 bar, chord 4 for 1 bar, and chord 1 for 2 bars. So, to help you get the hang of that, let's play it using root notes and a very simple rhythm where we play 1, 2, 3, 4. G. C. G. D. C. G. And there we go, that's a 12-bar chord progression with a simple rhythm. This time, to make it a bit more interesting, we're going to use a more interesting rhythm. We're going to play 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and instead of just 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and C. G. D. C. G. go, that's a 12 bar using a bit more of a complicated rhythm. Next, we're going to look at playing the 12 bar blues in G major using the extensions of the chords. So for G, we can use G, B and D. For C, we can use C, E and G. And for D, we can use D, F sharp and A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was our 12 bar blues using the chords and the chord notes in G major. Now we're going to try and add a little bit more groove and rhythm to it by using other notes from the G major scale. So we can use the whole scale, but we're going to try and focus on our chord notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is a 12 bar blues using the whole of the G major scale and the chord notes. And finally, we can add a few what are called passing notes into this and add a little bit more groove and rhythm to it. Passing notes are notes that are not in the G major scale, but we can use them anyway, just because it's fun and it's something we can do. For example, I'm going to use C sharp in my little riff, although C sharp is not in the G major scale. So using these passing notes will just help us add more interest. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have some different variations on playing a 12 bar blues in G major using the root notes, the chord tones, the scale, and various different passing notes. Okay guys, unfortunately that's all we have time for in today's lesson. However, if you want more tips, tricks and lessons, you can find me on both Facebook and YouTube at Chris Shaw Bass Lessons. If you want private one-to-one Zoom lessons, you can contact me via email at csbasslessons@gmail.com. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye!